We got ourselves team 1 with Chet Mort. How you doing? Look at all purple, nice, and got a Lego on top of it too. We got ourselves Mabi playing as a sub rogue. We got ourselves Flexicutie getting opened up on with a sap. Oh, not open up yet. Shaq in the back. We got ourselves War Grand here coming back in as a survival hunter, and Devil Pox is gonna get hit with a freezing trap, and a trinket comes out for flexing. Gonna throw some nets on Devil Pox, trying to see if you can stop the rogue opener reset, and that's going to be Cloak of Shadows as well as a vanish. Looks like the rogue actually didn't get a proper vanish off. Cloak of Shadows no longer going to help him with a dot, so it looks like Devil can't really do much about that. He actually is out in the open. The only thing he can do is blind. That's going to be a flare. Wait, Devil might have actually got himself a proper reset. Looks like he did. Maybe he had the Cloak of Shadows ready for that Serpent Sting. Maybe he still had it up for like a hair longer as Serpent Sting connected. It didn't put a dot, because it looked like I should have dotted him. But maybe he was A-okay. Or maybe he used the Kyrian immediately to clear the poison. Might have been one of the two. They're on top of each other. If he just random flares, gets the rogue out, stun in the opener, not letting the rogue get a good setup. Resonating Arrow does go for a blind. It looks like Devil just gonna go for damage. Does he even have the crit there? Still got a lot of damage either way. He doesn't even get the crit. This man is just a monstrous rogue with a dams. He didn't even have a crit. He got stunned. By the time he connected, the crit was over. So like, maybe if all his abilities crit, he still can do a lot of damage. But this rogue just slaps Shadow Blades and everything. So I guess that is a lot of damage. And if most of that stuff crits, he's in a good spot. Goes in for another sap off of Shock. And it's going to open up with a Rupture. And it's going to be some Shadow Strike. Shock does go for immunity for physical damage. It's going to get hit with a cheap shot. So immunity is going to be taken off. So you might be able to catch up to the rogue. Try to see if you can sprint up to him. Not going to get sapped up here. The Devil tried to go for a double sap. I think he got him DR'd completely. But it looks like Chalk is going to be, I guess, waiting out. Ghost Wolves are available. If only the Wolves could kind of like smell the rogue or something, right? If the rogue's nearby, the Wolves just leap on top of him. I think that'd be kind of cool. But that's not going to work out. Got his trap set up on either side. Knows that Devil Pox is there. Can't really control the Wolves like a hunter can. Otherwise, you can send the Wolves and they would just charge him. There's going to be a slow totem on one side with a ground with a Earthbind totem. Chalk doesn't get the rogue to walk into it though. And I think the eyes should be mostly gone. Shadow says past Chalk. He does get himself at least a chicken nugget circling his orbit. Might be able to give him a little bit of healing. Tricky coming out with a wall immediately, trying to prevent the rogue's 100% crit dam. And it's going to drop that wall to maybe get the rogue in combat. He needs to get some kind of a dot on the rogue or something. Did he get a flame shock? I don't think he got a flame shock. As Devil's just gonna get a reopener, Kyrian reverberating shot, big ascendance coming out, but the shadow strikes are flying, and Wargren is gonna get the Hunter's Mark. It's gonna be a Cloak of Shadows. Devil actually turning it around, turning to the side at the right moment with that invis. I feel like if he was just kept going forward, he would have got tagged by it. But Wargren is gonna have to go for eyes and a bit of a reset. Probably gonna send the pet at Devil. If he can send the pet at Devil. I'm swapping the wrong person, I'm so sorry. He needs to send the Devil over a Pox in order to at least prevent the stun. That's going to be a Resonating Arrow from the side. Should be able to get some freebie damage. That's going to be some nades flying. Evasion is up for the rogue. As Morgan is just trying to get some dots on a Devil Pox. He's going to continuously walk the Resonating Arrow blind onto Wargren. And Devil, I don't know if he's going to be able to get himself a proper reset. Kidney shot into the pet. Blind to Wargren. He could just disengage. And that's going to be the pet almost attacking Devil, almost getting him. So it looks like the blind kidney shot actually gave him enough of a setup there. It's actually pretty good. Wargren, I think, is sitting right in the freezing trap. So Devil better be very, very careful when he is approaching the flare. Cheap shot from a distance. Got himself good crit rolling there. And that's going to be Wargren letting the freezing trap go off. Get himself a bit of a heal. Needs to keep Devil out in the combat at all times. No blind, no vanish. So Devil better get himself a good setup. Wargren, perfect opportunity for you to send the pet in, start to get the dot damage, let it roll. That's going to be, it look like kidney shot on the pet. Might be able to get himself a reset. Wargren needs to get him in combat somehow. Hunter's Mark is going to be good, but it's going to allow him to reset either way. Stun onto Devil, not letting him get the opener is going to be human racial out of it. Turtle Shell coming out, Resonating Shot does go through, Resonating Arrow, I mean. And if you can still get the dots, yeah, there goes the dots, there go the Eagles flying onto Devil Pox. He does have Shadow Blades available, so next kidney shot could be really bad for Wargren. Actually, it looks like it's going to be kidney shot onto the pet, looking for a reset. And Wargren isn't rushing at him. Camoing out, did not get the Hunter's Mark. If you can randomly flare out, so close, so close. I think you have to run at the rogue. He just kidneyed. He is not going to be able to kidney shot you. Maybe cheap shot, but I think you have to kind of run at him Get him hit with something. Maybe put a trap on one side, running him from the other angle. That's rough. Does have the eyes. It looks like he's gonna get the rapture in there. Look at that little rapture with his little hands running in. Vanish coming out for Devil is gonna have himself Cloak of Shadows in case the trap comes out. Feign Death for Wargrand. Gets the freezing trap off anyway. Oh my god, what a madman. That's gonna be able to get those traps onto Pox. Pox does have evasion though, so he's gonna be able to deal with a lot of the physical damage going out. Stun behind the pillar, behind the back is gonna make it tougher though. That's going to be some freebie damage line inside for Wargrand, able to get some freebie ranged. That's going to be Kindle Shot on the pet, blind on the hunter, proper reset for Devil Pox. The pet though, it didn't sit stun long enough. I think maybe it was DR'd already, but the pet is skipping him in combat. Oh, that's so perfect for Wargrand. Flare on one side, and she'd be able to maybe hit the rogue on the other. The pet is continuously attacking him, has traps around the corner, so if Devil goes around the corner, he's going to get tagged into a tar trap. Wargrand needs to push up. The pet is stunned. He needs to get Pox out and it's open. That's going to be that Serpent Sting to keep him out there. Does not have advantage. Wants to go for some big damage. Freezing trap stopping him. No Shadow Blades just yet. Didn't preemptively use Shadow Blades, but it's going to be able to keep him out in the open. Let him get dotted up, naded down. And unless Pox has a big go here, not much you can really do. That's going to be trinket for Wargrand. I don't think he really needed to trinket that. I think the pet and the dots would have done the work, but I guess it was just excited. Call him excited. Very well played, man. That was a rough game between the two. Both of them really wanted to win. Pox just going at it, going for the resets. Got a nice blind Kindle Shot resets so many times off of Wargrand. It's just only one of those big goes he could have maybe went in. Maybe even with the Kindle Shot, Shadow Blades, everything. Because he eliminated the other hunter with just that alone. So he did it okay prior. Big roll available for Sensei, charging right in on top of Wargrand. There's going to be a pet stun. Ticket side with the leg sweep onto Wargrand. Should be a lot of damage here, and I think it's going to be done and done. Sensei taking him out. I don't really think you need to hit him with a flag. Wargrand's generally a nice boy. I don't think he deserved that one. But okay. Oh, my B is going to be up next. Cheap shot onto Sensei, going in for big damage, but it's going to be DR'd from that pet stun earlier. Disarm onto the rogue, and Advantage comes out with a Cloak of Shadows for Mubby. Sensei, I believe, still has... Actually, I don't think he has a human racial anymore. And that's going to be coming back in with big damage, knowing that there's a karma, Kindle Shot, and he's just kind of throwing everything at this guy. I don't think it's going to be enough here. Evasion's up. Touch of Death actually triggers Cheat Death. Looks like Cheat Death is better than the Touch of Death. I guess you're cheating Death. you juke it, you touch it. You don't get touched by it. And MIB cannot get it. Oh, there's no reset there. There's no reset, no glory. And the rogue is going to go down. I feel like the rogue maybe committed too much damage way too early. I don't think Sensei even had a human racial for the next cheap shot for the burst. But him playing Relentless does make those stuns a little bit less effective. So maybe that was a big go here. This I'm going to chat in the opener. Sensei got himself the Weapons of War, the big mastery burst available with Zuen, stunned by Chet. Gonna go for big damage. Does he have enough to drop Sensei down? No karma available. Sensei does go in for a poor Chet. Needs that mobility to catch up back to the monk. As he's trying to go for Vivifies. Mass mobility by the monk, able to just massively run around the pillar. And it's going to be a nice leg sweep on the Chet. Does Chet have enough damage? Big hammers are flying. Needs one more global. Sensei does get himself a little bit of a heal. Fist of Fury stopping it for a second. Just needs one more. And there it goes. Bubble and Bop available. Light Force popping in with a pet immediately. That's going to be a nice binding shot onto Chet. Is probably going to go for a big aim shot. Wombo combo, isn't he? Not playing Resonator Arrow by the looks of it. I don't know if he's carrying or not. But aim shots do fly. I don't know what he's playing. It didn't look like he's playing Necrolord because I didn't see the chakram flying. Oh, he is carrying. He actually is. And Chet did get tagged by that Resonator Arrow. So that's going to be some nice line of sight ignoring shots for Light Forge. Especially with the fact those abilities are more likely to crit. It's going to be Chet trying to see if he can get some slows in Light Forge. Probably going to be a knockback trap, I want to say. Drink coming out for Light Forge. Chet's just trying to avoid the trap as best as he can. Probably going to be some big heals or a turtle out of Light Forge here in a moment. Looks like maybe a little bit too late, and Chet does get to take him out at the end. Callus up next as a Boomy. So it's probably going to be a big... Oh, yeah, it is going to be a big Convoke plays. If you're playing Boomkin, I feel like you have to be playing Convoke. I don't think they knew the other Convents are all that good, although I wish they were. I really wish they were. Big Convoke Spirits coming out for Callus. Big Star Surges flying in the Chet. Did get also a lot of Ras rolling in there too. That's a lot of burst. And Chet did have Hand of Freedom out of that route, which was perfectly timed. Looks like Callus is got himself a big incarnation rolling still. Needs to find a way to catch up to Chet and make the damage really happen. Ursos might stop him in place for a second, which is pretty good. Hodge by Chet, trick it out of Callus. And Chet is just still continuing to charge in. That root stops him for a second though. Perfect play by Callus. But a Hand of Freedom is going to keep him moving though. Thorns available. Chet is going to take some damage back. It is going to snap. Boo! Barskin came out at the end, but the final Temple's verdict was enough. Just take him out, and Evildoer's up next. Also another Night Fae Feral. Night Fae Druid, really. Because last one wasn't a Feral. The Chet and Evildoer are going to go for a little bit of an auto duel, I guess. Little slash wave. Chet is given an opportunity to heal up. Evildoer gives him a nice cordial bow, and Evildoer looking for a bit of a reset. Probably going to leap in. But that's as much of an auto duel as you're going to get here, man. Not going to be able... Actually, Chet has all his cooldowns. He didn't really have to use a lot for the last duel, I guess. Maybe Human Racial missing here, but we'll see. Hodge onto Evildoer. Thorns are available by the Feral pre-early. Barskin is wild high health. Chet has wings available. It's going to be a big bite to bust through that Shield of Vengeance. Chet might need to be thinking about self-healing himself a lot earlier right now. Hand of Freedom available. Is he going to be able to catch up to Evildoer? Is going to keep him out of stealth. Ursul's Vortex does keep him at bay for a second, though. So Evildoer is not playing the Garden Infinity. Chet is going to get slowed down by the Ursuls quite a bit. Evil should be able to catch up on a regrowth or two. Chet trying to get himself a heal as well. Going to be an opener by Evildoer. And I think Chet is just kind of waiting for the Convoke to be able to bop or bubble it. I think he would want to bubble it because Evildoer can get some casts off. He can be in cat form and cast in Wraths even. I think maybe with Star Surges. Hodge is Evildoer. Going to be some biggish damage for Chet. Got himself a nice proc with those Judgment, but Evil is going to go for a trick and walling this off. Survival Instincts. Big bites back to back to Chet. And Chet might be thinking, I think Chet just went for the Kyrian potion to get himself the bleeds taken off. Still going to be a big lockdown by Evildoer. Bubble coming out for Chet. Evildoer still has Convoke. So if he can come back in there while the Forbearance is up, Convoke. If Chet has a Human Racial, he might be able to stop it. Otherwise, I think Evildoer might be able just to one-shot him here with that big Convoke. Evildoer has a Trinket, not available. Barskin most likely up for this. And Chet is going to go as far as he can, dropping down Consecration, making it harder for Evildoer to really get a proper opener, which is actually pretty good. Hodge to Evildoer. Chet is going to have to find a way to deal damage through the Barskin. Actually got himself wings up and running. Evildoer might need to make a play early here. Does he have a maim or anything? Thorns are up. Maim. And looks like Chet is going to immediately trick it out of that maim. Evildoer, if he has another go. Next one, though, is going to be Blessing of Protection to stop it. So it's going to maybe make it rougher. Evildoer might have to go for a longer game, but the dampening is going up, boys. We're hitting the 30-minute mark, almost at 50% dampener here. Very, very close to that 50% dampener. Just one more percentile off. Going to be reopener for Evildoer. Trying to see if he might be able to get enough bleeds and those buys just to break through a tough exterior of that of a Paladin. Try to go for a clone, but Chet lines it. Into Ursul's, probably going to get that clone off. Hodge, but Chet, does he have any damage? Wings are available. Don't know if it's middle long wings or what, but it's going to be big damage on the Evildoer. Doesn't have the final verdict. Going to be a Blessing of Protection. The Evildoer might be able to, if he survives it, might be able to have a perfect go on the Chet, but I don't know if he survives it. That's going to be the cheat death coming out, and Chet is going to notice that the seed is there, taking it out, and is going to be the winner for Team 2. Carried it for his team there with 3 kills. Everybody has played really, really well, but Chet finished off strong there. I had to go, I think, through 3 people back to back, so that's pretty good. Good duel, man. Red for the win. Good duel. Yo, that was a good one, man. That was a tough duel. Pally's just so much self-heal in those kind of a setup. It is rough to play against. I'll be honest, it is a little tough to play against.